I told them that's not a good idea because they're gonna start some sort of forest fire out here.
You know Agent Baker over there? He's kind of a dolt. He's actually an idiot.
But they didn't want to listen to me. That must be what you're smelling. But yeah, so...
And Baker's just standing there for like 10 seconds in the silent, and the fog comes back in and says, "This is so fucking cool."
Law and Disorders.
What's up? Welcome to Law and Disorders, here by myself today because this is the continuation of our last session. So I think we're just going to get right into it. Thanks for listening, and here we go.
I don't know if Baker can tell, but I went from being angry to like terrified, and I'm pounding on the window again. I'm like, something's grabbing me! Something's grabbing me! Does Baker do anything, or can he still not understand facial expressions, I guess? I don't know.
Go ahead and roll me an alertness. So somebody's going to make one of these fucking rolls.
Success. 46.
He is able to discern from anger to terror. Sure enough.
Yeah.
Can I see
So
anything
I'm
behind
scared.
him? Any details of what's going on? Like the baby arms or whatever?
So the next lightning strike illuminates enough of your field of view to where you see just hundreds of shambling, child-sized corpses all heading directly for the two cars.
Any sanity checks there? I would maybe guess. Hazard to guess.
100 sanity checks.
No, actually, you know what? Not for you. Not for you, not
Okay.
right now. Not right now is the operative word.
He's
Yeah,
just gonna
take it
say-
from there.
Baker's just going to scream, "Get in the fucking car!" Or truck, I guess. They're in a truck.
Yeah. You are
And
just...
he locks the driver's side door.
You're coming with me!
I grab that severed arm that's on the ground because it looks so off to me, like, you know, no blood or anything. It like you know, the pulled pork or whatever you said. And I'm curious about it.
When you
Okay, go ahead.
grab it, it just kind of falls apart.
Okay.
It just disintegrates. It's still meat, but it's like powdered meat.
Okay, so before I get back into the car, I open the back door, like by where Brandon McGill number 2 is, and I say, Baker, I think we should grab these two kids and just go into the Suburban. It's more fitted for the terrain we have here, and I think we should all be together. Do we have, being all these things coming towards us, do I feel like we'd have time to do that?
You do not.
Okay.
They're grabbing at you. You've got time to maybe get into the car, and that's about it.
Yeah, you feel the car start to move forward with Baker as you say that.
Okay.
So as the car is
Slowly,
pulling away,
he's
I'm
not trying to
climbing in the
leave
back. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I need Baker to give me a drive at -20.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Boom! you plow over all of them.
Hot.
I was saving it all for this one, Bob.
Bakers are
Hot damn. So
He rolls a 1.
you gun it straight up, and you just boom, 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 rolling over. As you're going now, it's very, very prominent in your vision. Just the road is filling up with these pale, I don't want to say formless, but they look like kids, like blank kids, right? There's just a pair of glowing yellow eyes, and they are just, it's like driver ants coming out of both sides, and they are just converging on the car. And as you go, you're trying to maintain speed as much as you humanly can, but you're getting to a point where there's just so many bodies in the way that you can't physically get the Tacoma like through them. You've
That's
just
a lot of kids.
compacted so many corpses that you can't. Yeah, it gets dark. Sorry.
I dig it.
Paul, in your vehicle, you start as they like kind of pull away. At this point, you hadn't noticed the couple that were coming out of the woods, but you start to feel like as you take off that it feels sluggish. The car itself feels sluggish, like it's got a bunch of extra weight on it that you weren't carrying before. I want you to roll me a drive at also -20.
Well, that'll be a 0 then, because I have 20 for my drive.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
maybe you'll roll a 1.
Maybe I'll roll a 1.
That is, yeah. That is not a 1.
72.
Nope. It's not a 1.
So you, like, you're struggling to get this thing going, and you're not moving at all, and that's when you notice these things coming out of the woods. Go ahead and roll me a sanity.
Ooh, 60 over 56, barely.
D6, please.
Oh,
That's a lot of dead babies.
Yeah, Smiley has an aversion to dead babies, believe it or not.
Well, yeah, I mean, it goes without saying. Are you going to project? What are we going to do?
Definitely project. D4 for willpower, right?
Yep.
A 4.
Nice.
Okay. Void's a breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
So I drop my willpower points by 4, right?
Yep.
And then I pick who I want to project. And they take 4, and then I take 2. I got that straight?
And then you take 2. Yep. So, against all odds, I mean, you're rattled, but you keep it together enough to fire off a text or try calling the lead vehicle. Whichever you prefer.
And that works.
How does that conversation look?
That works well with my... I pick up my cell phone to text, and I see Denise, my girlfriend, on it, and I think... Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know what it is with the babies, and she had a conversation with him before about taking things more seriously, and it just kind of like triggers something of like, eventually there's going to be a conversation between them that's going to make things awkward. So, okay. And he picks it up. Sorry, you said, what about sending off a text? I say...
Or either a text or trying to call the lead vehicle?
Yeah, I'll try to call at this point because I am in real deep trouble.
Yes, you are.
I call Santa.
All right. So Santorini's phone starts buzzing, and he goes,
What the fuck is going on?
That's what I was
the
going to
first thing he says.
What's going on? I can't move. There's all these bodies. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, we're kind of. Are we still going, or did the children slowed our car down enough to where we're stopped?
You are not stopped yet, but you are getting there
like trugging
quite
through
rapidly. The next drive test you're going to take is at a -40.
Cool.
But we won't do that just yet.
Santorini is like,
There's hundreds of these dead zombie kids, like, bogging us down. We're gonna be stopped pretty soon. Well, what's your situation? I'm stuck already. I can't move at all. I don't know what to do. What do they want to, like, what's going on?
So, Paul, as you are having this part of the conversation, you feel that the moon children are starting to pull like the body panels off of the car to try and get at you.
That's really not good.
No.
So I hear all this through the phone, like all this ruckus, and Sanry will be like,
do you still have the white thing in the dust bus? Is that still secure?
At this point, Smiley had already switched to speakerphone, and he's like, "Yeah, it's still there." And he's rolling down the window with the flashlight to see if he can like use the flash. The light gives him any aversion.
Nice. It does not.
Okay,
Damn.
I roll back up the window.
Just so you know,
Yeah, they're-
light does nothing.
Yeah, they're in the path of the headlights, so it doesn't seem to bother them.
Oh, okay. I thought I was still with lights off because of the rain in my face. But that makes sense, yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if this is like out of game or if I want to take this as something that Santorini would think, but like, what if these things want the thing in the dustbuster?
I myself was thinking very similar, but Smiley was thinking that. So if Santorini wants to suggest it, I don't know if we want to let it go though.
Yeah, I know. What?
Clock is ticking. More body panels are gone. Lee, go ahead and roll me that drive at -40.
Well, I'm going to have to get another one because my skill is 40. So he is just, and that whole time during that conversation, you could just hear Baker cheering in the background.
Oh, -40. No, it's not.
Yeah, so it'd be 0. Yeah, sorry. I did not put in a -40, so that failed. But you could hear him up until that point kind of hooting and hollering as he was trying to, push the Toyota through as many of the little devil babies as he could.
So at this point, the Tacoma does come to a stop, and you see them coming from your sides as well, and there's hundreds of them, and they are trying to get in. Same thing, they're finding purchase on the body panels and starting to like kind of peel them back. You guys are the gooey center in the middle of the hard candy shell.
Santorini's still on the phone with Smiley. He's like,
the thing in the dustbuster, is it still like, does it seem to be reacting any different to anything that's happening right now? Is it like, is the dustbuster jiggling around? Is it he yells, "Let me check."
And he jumps over the seats to go to the back where he kind of put things on top of it to make it more secure before he started taking off. And he's seeing if there's any reaction.
There is no reaction from the dustbuster unless you happen to play Jackie Gleason's Love Is Lifting Me Higher. Then we may have a bit of a different story. But as of this time, no, there doesn't seem to be anything. It isn't reacting to anything. You can see, however, that it is still in there.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
okay.
It's in there, but it's not reacting.
Santorini would be like, okay.
Okay, we're stopped now, and these things are trying to rip our car apart. Unless we wanted to start rolling down the windows and start blasting all these dead kids, that's one option. But I remember from back in the lodge, that thing in the dustbuster tried to attack you. I'm wondering, since we don't have many options right now, if you were to like roll down your window, open that dustbuster, and just toss it out there, I don't know. But that's the only thing I can think of right now, because something tells me our guns aren't going to do much to whatever is going on outside of our cars right now.
Smiley just gives a moment's pause and says, "Screw it, I don't got any other options." And he puts down the window, lets the thing out of the dustbuster, and lets it out.
So, as you do, you see the moon children that were surrounding your car start kind of following, and they free you up a little bit. So you're able to. You're not going to get very far if you try going forward, but you may be able to double back to the lodge.
Hey, Santorina, it looks like it worked. I'm still a little stuck. I'm going to have to route back to the lodge and let things kind of die down a bit. But that seemed like it worked. Maybe the guys had something similar they want. I don't know. I would just don't come this way for sure.
As I'm on the phone with Smiley, I tell Baker what's going on because I don't have him on speaker. I tell him that Smiley's was able to get out of his car and is doubling back to the ranger station just to let him know. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do. As we're looking around, are the things still trying to get in our car, or are they kind of backing off too?
No, they are not backing off. They are still coming at you guys pretty hard.
What are the kids doing?
Yeah.
McGill 2 is still like kind of in a stupor. McGill 1 is ramping up. As a matter of fact, wow. He's ramping up, but he's managing to keep it together at this point. Don't let him get me. Don't let him take me back. Don't let him get me. Don't let him take me back. Don't let him get me. Don't let him take me back. He just kind of repeats that over and over and over again. And you can see that he's kind of getting, like, as he's winding up like this, you can see him, like, physically withdrawing. You know how you ever see him, like, just kind of do one of these? He's doing that kind of shit.
Am I still on speakerphone?
I haven't hung up.
Okay.
So
Smiley says, "Hey, just real quick, Santorini, which one of the kids did that one come out of?"
And Baker points his gun at the one that's quiet and says, "This is your stop."
And Santorini picks up on that, and he's 100% with Baker on this. So, like, if Santorini's able to, he opens the door by McGill number 2 and attempts to kick him out of the car.
There is no attempt. You do it. You straight up do it. I need both of you to make a sanity roll.
Here we go.
Oh, shit.
Critical failure.
Natural karma.
I failed too.
That got me
And
nothing.
then
That got me like
critical fail.
10 feet of dead kids. And then I got a critical failure on my sanity roll.
Okay. That is a thing. So both of you, well, Nolan, you roll a D8, and I think for
8?
Yeah, for you're leaving an innocent child to be sacrificed to God knows what, man.
Okay. I have a rebuttal. I felt his pulse and touched his skin, and he did not feel normal. So I feel like Santorini would be able to tell that, you know, there's something ain't right with this kid. So maybe he's not
Doesn't
as
necessarily
innocent.
mean anything is untoward.
I mean,
the fact that there's a twin of the same thing and a clone of this, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. You talked me out of it.
I wasn't trying to
D6.
talk. I wasn't trying to talk
Alright.
you out of it.
You talked me out of it. D6. Lee, I think for a critical, still get the chance to project, but I think you take the max 6 is how that works.
oh my.
You take the 6 no matter what.
No.
Yeah.
You can still project, but your roll for the sanity loss is automatically the highest it can be.
I don't understand what that means, but tell me what to roll. I want to project.
So you don't have to roll. You don't have to roll anything because it would be a D6 sand loss for you. But
okay.
you got the 6 because it was a critical fumble, a critical failure, right? You got the highest possible worst result.
Yeah, but he wants to project. Yeah.
To project, just your D4 like you normally would.
1d4. Okay, copy.
Yep.
And then
I took 3. I'm taking all of it.
4. Yay!
All right.
So I only lose 2 sanity.
You only lose 2 sanity.
All right, down to 28. And 4 willpower, right?
And 4 willpower, yep.
I have 1 more sanity loss till I hit my breaking point.
Okay, so you guys toss McGill number 2 out, and They're still coming at the car, but it's not nearly as bad. You ain't going forward, but you can probably move back because a portion of them that were coming from one side are all now going after the McGill that you guys kicked out. McGill number 1 is now ramping up even further, and
Santorini reaches over the front seat and puts that thing in reverse for Baker.
You got lucky insofar that he's not having a full-blown fit yet, but that luck will run out before too terribly long.
I would bet 2 on a critical failure, the IAPA might trigger. I don't know if that would happen or not, but per the rules is written or not.
If you...
As long as I'm in control of myself.
As long as you're in control of yourself, there's not going to be a reactive IAPA
auto fire
summons.
copy. Okay.
Yeah, because that requires further sanity cost. So, like, if your brain snaps already, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that because that may be relevant sooner rather than later here. But I like where your head's at. Yeah. What do
I feel like for Lee, if hits like a temporary insanity where it's like fight, flee, or submit, I think a fourth option for him would be the trigger of the IAPA.
I would
something like that.
Throw that under fight.
Yeah, makes sense.
Use
that as his weapon.
Yeah, the fight reaction.
Right.
All of a sudden, you're just because you've got the totemic compulsion. I can imagine right now with everything's going on, you're probably fucking with that amulet pretty hard.
Oh, what if you submit to the IAPA and it controls you? Oh.
Then it just peels you like a shrimp.
So Santorini goes to Baker. He's like, get it together. And he reaches over to the steering column and it puts the truck in reverse and tells him to hit the fucking gas.
Okay. And indeed he does. He's eager to get out of there.
All right. As you guys are able to pull free, I'm assuming you're heading back towards the ranger station.
Are the babies are not following us? They stayed on the thing that we kicked out of the car.
As you guys do the turnaround, you can see they're still coming.
Come on.
Baker says, it's like, I think they want them both. Kind of at a loss here, guys. And is trying to he's pale from the, near mind-breaking experience of the whole situation as he's like backing up over all these kids' corpses and kind of bumping from the axle or the axle hitting all the little bodies. But I guess he's going to head back, to the...
Well, Santorini's like, we can't go back to the ranger station. We're just going to lead these things to all them innocent people over there. I have an idea. They found this kid over by that devil's armchair. What if we go there and see if anything weird's going on? Because, we are still on a mission, and I feel like if we lead these things over to that ranger station, it's just going to make things a lot worse on us.
Fair point. Let's go to the devil's chair.
I fucking love it.
And then Santorini texts Smiley and tells him that's what we're doing. He tells Smiley, we're heading to the devil's chair. These things are following us. Don't want to bring them back to the ranger station. Up to you if you want to go hold down the fort at the ranger station or if you want to meet us there. And he just sees the 3 dots and he's just waiting patiently.
Paul, you're on mute.
Oh, my bad. Smiley sees the text message and calls Santorini and says, "Sorry, I don't want to text while driving. What's up?" And gets the message and starts that way.
It's real hard with all this rain.
I was under the impression Smiley got out of the car and was like running to the ranger station. I didn't know he was still in his car.
No, he kept the car and was heading back.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there could be impressionable kids. I mean, kids shouldn't be listening to this podcast. You know, we don't want them texting and driving.
So yeah, they're, you know, Santorini relays, they're going to go to the Devil's Chair. They don't want to lead the Moon Children back to the Ranger Station.
What are you doing, Paul? Are you
Are
you going back to the Ranger Station, or are you going to meet us at the chair?
I'm meeting you guys at the chair.
Okay.
Okay. So both of you guys are able to, or both cars are able to make time back as you're driving. Again, you can still see him coming through the woods at the car. Both of the cars right now, Suburban and the Tacoma, are in pretty sad shape, missing body panels, you know, claw marks, still drivable for now, though. Brandon, as you guys reach the parking lot, Brandon, where are we going? Where are we going? What are we going to do?
Going to the Devil's Armchair. And as far as what we're doing, your guess is as good as mine, Brandon.
You won't let them take me, will you? You won't let them take me.
Well, I got one option for that, but you're not going to like it.
Don't fucking tell him that.
That's what he would say to the kid, for sure. 100%,
that is what,
because he's already been thinking it.
Yeah, that's
the kid at 6. He probably wouldn't be able to infer what he means. He's trying to kind of talk over his head a little.
Well, he's actually 40, right? Right? He's just been trapped as a 6-year-old. Okay. Do you guys,
as we're driving, Santorini would look over to Brandon McGill and be like, "Listen, we're in some kind of in a pickle right now."
He's figured that out.
He's figured that out.
He's figured that part out.
Yeah. If there's anything you might have left out when we were chatting at the Ranger Station, now would be an excellent time to let us know.
There's nothing additional that he's going to come up with. He's also scared out of his mind and, afraid of disappearing again and going to sleep and being fed the mushroom shit. That's the basic recap. Of right now, yeah, no new additional information to be gleaned off of Brandon McGill. Both of you guys, both cars make it to the lot. Like I said, both still drivable, but not in the greatest of shapes anymore. I take it you're gonna rendezvous and all go back as a group.
Yeah.
Are those the Moon Children are still in the trees, like watching us, or what's going on with them?
So as you get to the lot, yeah, they kind of stop and they're just watching from the side. There's now that you guys are stopped and the headlights are out, it's like being in a field that's full of deer. There's just thousands of those yellow eyes just glaring back at you. But they're not moving. They're not moving right now.
Does it almost look like they can't move forward, or they're
just not?
They're just not. Okay.
It's not like they're physically restrained. They just have stopped and are staring.
All right. Well, we definitely wait for Smiley to pull up, but as we're waiting, Santorini asks the kid.
He got there.
He's there?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he got there ahead of you.
How do we get to this cave you were in?
I don't know.
Well, then I would suggest, well, he said he was in a cave, so there's got to be a cave around here. We try to get out of this weather. So what do you guys think? Should we start just walking the perimeter or something, seeing if we can find some shelter for a little bit? Or do we want to start blasting at all these yellow eyes looking at us?
You ain't got that much ammo.
Baker, seeing all the yellow eyes, kind of with the car sitting there, turns the ignition off and says, "Come on, kid, let's take a hike." And he's got his pistol out and goes around to the passenger side door, I assume where Brandon McGill is, and he tucks his pistol back behind him so he can't see it as he's kind of like helping the kid out. And he's kind of like covering him with his coat as best he can to keep the rain off of him with one hand, and he's got his other hand on the pistol as he helps Brandon McGill out of the vehicle.
Okay.
Does Santorini notice?
You're going to need an alert. You're going to be an alert at minus 40 to try and catch him doing what he's doing.
Okay.
He is like, this is his thing. We lost Paul.
Oh, we lost Paul.
But yeah, this is his thing. It's shitty weather conditions.
Nope.
So you do not see him tuck the pistol.
What do I roll?
You don't roll anything. But it sounds like we're going to take a hike down the trail then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just to clarify, Bob, as Baker's doing this, he's definitely like watching the things in the woods, and they're kind of watching him while he's doing this. They're staying where they're at.
They are not moving. They're not watching you guys. They're watching the kid.
Okay.
They are watching
and
the kid.
they're kind of keeping distance as he starts walking away for the vehicle towards the trailhead, towards the Devil's Arm chair. Yep. They're keeping about distance.
Yep.
Same
they
distance?
are not. Okay. They're not advancing any further into the area that would be like the parking lot, the parking area. They're up right against it, kind of right as the tree line kind of meets where the parking area would be, is where they're all just kind of sitting there and they're staring at him. They're staring at Brandon.
All right.
Do you guys?
Baker says to Brandon as he's kind of starting to head down that trailhead, I guess, or starting to walk him. He's like, Brandon, I need you to dig deep. Anything you can tell me. I'm trying my hardest here to save you and Thomas and Evelyn. I need something from you. Anything we can use to get y'all out of here, to get all of us out of here. And try to maybe persuade check him. I don't know. If he does know anything, that's what he says regardless of what the outcome is. That's what he's hoping for.
Yeah. Let's see here. You can go ahead and roll a persuade.
Success with a 4.
Yeah! I told you all that I remember, but I know that when I get scared, things can happen. I can make things happen.
Can you make these things go away and leave us alone?
That's why they want me. I don't know.
No shit, Baker says.
I don't know. Don't let him take me. Don't let him take me.
Don't let them take us, Baker says to him as he's watching the yellow eyes.
So you guys are heading down the trailhead. Did anybody think to grab some kind of illumination?
Oh, yeah. Smiley's got the flashlight.
Yeah, yeah.
So you guys are taking that exact same trail that you took earlier to get back there. It's about, what did I say, 1.5 miles back. There is some pretty thick tree cover. So at this point, the rain is not, it's still present, but it's not as oppressing as it was like standing out in the parking lot or back out on the road. And as you guys are making this hike down the trail, at the edges of the trail are just the moon children just staring. They're not getting any closer. They're not making any aggressive moves, but they are just there. Let's see here. So as you guys start getting closer, again, this is where they found him. Presumably this is where he disappeared from. He starts getting more and more agitated, more and more scared, and downright aggressive towards not going back there. He's trying to pull away, trying to not go there. And as you're walking up the trailhead, you can see, the closer you get, the moon children themselves are like almost being physically moved sideways from either side as you draw him closer. So, like, the more wound up he gets, the further these things are being pushed to the side. Right now, Smiley, roll me a luck. 69.
Not nice in this situation.
Smiley, as you are with the group, you start getting a headache and just an absolute bitch of a nosebleed. Like your head is pounding and all of a sudden you're just pouring blood out of your face.
He kind of plugs his nose and says, "Guys, this isn't good. What's going on?"
I want Nolan and Lee, both of you, roll me luck.
Very well. Failure.
Hey,
Nice. Good job, Doc.
27 under 50.
So Santorini is unaffected. Baker, same story. Screaming headache. It feels different from the one that you had earlier. It's not somebody trying to invade your brain. It is just it's like the worst sinus headache you've ever had, where it's just dull and you feel your brain squeezing and your nose just, again, pouring blood.
From Brandon screaming or amping up, it seems to be related.
It does seem to be related.
Okay. At this point, like, it hasn't been evident, but Smiley has really started to a little bit empathize with the kid. He does not want to give the kid over if possible, but also sees that this is distressing him. So Smiley kind of takes him and says, "Hey, Brandon, I just want to talk to you real quick. I know this is scary, and I know there's a lot of things going on. I just wanted to share with you that at one point, my sister, kind of like you, just disappeared, and I couldn't find her. And I know that must have been scary. And I don't know what happened to her, and I don't know what happened to you, but this has got to be a lot to take in. But I had to go through a lot of my life trying to deal with that unknown. And I just want to say, like, I want you to be brave. I want you to help take on that evil so that something like that happened to you and happened to my sister doesn't happen to anyone else." And just tries to, like, do a little psychotherapy and tries to relate and just try to calm him down a bit.
Roll me a psychotherapy at plus 40.
Okay.
Aw.
It would suck if this doesn't go well.
You know what?
Doesn't go well.
I'm giving it to you anyways, because you know what? That was awesome. That was a character defining moment right there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It abates a little bit. The headache isn't as bad. The nosebleed slows from like a water faucet to like a slight trickle, and moon children are able to get a little bit closer to the edges of the trail now.
Okay.
So
they
my question,
got closer as he calmed down.
all right, let's keep pressing on. Okay. My pacing off tonight? I feel like my pacing's off tonight.
No, it's fine. I'm just
Y'all
freaking
good?
confused. I'm just confused.
Me too. I'm just vamping. I'm doing all this shit on the fly, so.
I think we made some progress right there, though. We're starting to get something.
And everybody really playing into the motivations tonight, man. I am loving it.
That's the goal.
I don't even know what Santorini put down for his motivations.
These fake beers are pretty good. What did Santorini put down for his motivation?
I didn't put anything down. I forgot.
Really?
To
Do
that.
cool stuff.
Yeah.
Do cool stuff. Be awesome.
Be awesome.
Be a chill bro.
Be a chill bro. The dude abides. The dude abides.
That's right.
Okay. Everybody, once you're settled in, let me know and we'll take it from there. Good to go. Good to go?
Yep.
All right. So you guys were able to calm him down. You are now at this point at the Devil's Chair. Above that rock formation, like at the crest of it, you see illuminated, there's moon children, and in the middle of the moon children, there are 4 somewhere between 15 to 20 foot tall, nearly nude, giant. They look kind of like people, but no people that you have ever seen. They're huge. They are fucking absolutely gigantic. Additionally, as you walk into the field that contains this rock formation, the storm is occurring everywhere except for right around where you guys are at. San, nah.
Do they look like Bigfoot? Or they look like humans?
They
hairy all over?
They are not hairy all over. They are. Okay. They look like at some point they could have been human. Either they came from humans or we came from them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
They were either an offshoot or something. But there's the four of them and the Moon Children, and they're just kind of staring at you. Nobody's making a move. It is dead quiet and dead calm where you're at. McGill has not seen them yet. He's looking right at them, but for some reason he cannot see them.
Well, we don't know he can't see them. So Santorini says...
like you guys are with him, and you're all looking up at this rock formation, at these things in front of you, and he's looking there too. This is what he was talking about, the tall people, the tall men. If that had him, if he was able to physically see them, he'd be losing his fucking mind.
At this point, Smiley's not going to say anything, but he is going to step in between Brandon and the tall people.
Okay. Roll. Pow.
Pow pow. My not so strength.
Okay.
Failure.
Have the same experience the other two had. You feel this white hot flash in the front of your brain, your vision whites out, and you hear a voice in your head that says,
"He is ours. He belongs to us. Give him to us."
Smiley thinks in his head back, "He isn't yours. You took him. You can't have him." Doesn't know if it works, because I don't know if they can read minds, but that's what he thinks.
You get a reply back.
"We made him. We own him. He is the key to the survival of our species. And if you do not give him to us, we will take him from you."
While this is all happening, Santorini takes his phone out and snaps a picture of these things.
Really? Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, and Smiley thinks back in response and says, or not says, but thinks, "We do have experience with other unknown. Perhaps you can find another way to help. What do you need? What does your survival hinge upon?"
"The child."
"What of the child?"
"His presence, his existence. He is the only way to continue propagating our species."
Smiley can't think of anything at the moment.
and we don't know what's going on because you're doing it all telepathically, so like I can't chime in.
Yeah. I'm assuming they can't understand me, so Smiley says, "Guys, no, I don't know.
Go for it. Go for it.
Do me and Baker see Smiley acting like strange, like strange enough to be like, hey, what's going on?
You guys observe him just locked in with the stranger that is the furthest forward on the rock formation. Just like they are locked eyes and like unblinking. Just
Santorini like puts his hand in front of Smiley's face and is like, "You there, buddy?"
You get no reaction.
Okay, so I can't see it, but I do kind of then try to speak out and say, "Baker, Santorini, they do want the kid, but they need him for reproduction. I don't think we should give in, but I don't have any other ideas."
You hear the Moon Children look kind of like a half-assed attempt to make a Brandon McGill.
As you like get finally now a really good look at them, That is exactly what they are. That is to the letter exactly what they are. Smiley
I missed
in
that
your
too.
head.
What they are? What?
So Lee asked if the Moon Children are like half-assed clone attempts of Brandon McGill. And as you guys finally now are able to get a clear look at them, you realize, yep, that's exactly what they are.
And there's like hundreds of them around us, thousands or
thousands. You can
so
only imagine.
Baker would say it looks like they've had enough.
Well, none of them are complete, right?
Oh, yeah, no, he understands that. He just says that back to the team kind of thing, kind of like putting two and two together, like they're using this kid to propagate somehow.
Yep.
And he was saying that to the team, not to the Giants.
Yeah. Smiley in his head again hears,
What do you offer? Or we will take him from you.
Smiley thinks, could there be a substitute? Why this boy specifically?
He's been ours for many of your years. He is the only one we have found who has the right blood.
What if we were to find another creature with similar blood?
We have been searching for generations and have not found anyone.
I hate that I can't say anything.
try it.
Yeah, I did communicate to you the general idea, so.
Oh, okay. Santorini thinks in his head, man, I could really go for that box of Count Chocula right now. No, he says, if we give you the kid, then what do you do?
He will sleep, as he did before.
Will you stay? Or will you leave? Are you from here?
We have been here far longer than we ask again. What do you offer?
And we can't hear anything else from, like Baker can't hear any of this going on, just kind of the conversation between Santorini and Smiley?
Yeah, so everything around is dead quiet. You can tell that they are, locked in. There's some kind of intense mental process going on between the two of them. The strangers look completely and totally unfazed. You know what Smiley has relayed? Santorini hasn't relayed any of what he's heard back yet.
Yeah, but they had asked us both the same thing, so Smiley does say, guys, is there anything else we can offer?
The survival of their species. We won't come after them with everything we have if we just both agree to part ways right now and they give us Thomas and Evelyn.
But then we have to give up Brandon.
No, they got what they got and they got to figure it out from there, Baker says, and he knows it's a kind of an impossible situation.
Do you verbalize it or do you try and think it?
No, he's saying this to the team because he's not having the voice. I mean, I assume he would think it as he's saying it, probably real time.
Roll me a persuade.
Failure, 58 over 50. Damn.
The god Aswadaga demands it.
Aswadaga.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we didn't hear that either, because it's like a one-way street, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So you heard that in your brain, Lee.
Okay.
Aswadaga
demands it. And then if he hears that, he'll think and talk because he doesn't understand how it works. Looking up at him and say, we don't want to hurt you. We don't want anyone to die on either one of our sides. We mean no disrespect to you or your gods, but you've taken one of our people. You've taken more of our people. And we can't allow that to keep happening. You need to stay hidden. Stay where you are, or all the people that we work for are going to kill all of you.
I want all three of you
to roll
die.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
I want all three of you to roll me. All three of you are going to roll pow time pow. All three of you.
Pow.
All right, here we go.
Success.
Was that all three of you succeed?
Yep.
Hey, after all these botched rolls, finally. I love this.
We will let you keep the child if you help us spread the influence of Ashwadaga.
Now, are they saying that to just
all three
all
of you
of us?
hear that? All three of you hear that.
Now, Santorini has a little bit of a cult.
Go ahead and roll it.
Critical failure. It was almost a 28.
And if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. You don't recognize it. It doesn't sound like anything you've heard of, but your brand of like occultism is like the level of it is what I would guess to be like weekly world news, supermarket tabloid, bat boy, found in cave type shit. This is deep.
Well, since I can't think of it, I pull out my phone and try to Google it.
Baker responds, just still looking up to them. I know nothing of Aswadaga and cannot spread his will unless you teach him.
At this point, since they're all communicating, do I hear what or get the feeling of what Baker says?
So now, like, you're all in each other's heads.
We're all mind linked? Okay.
Yep.
We do not care that you do not understand. Make your choice.
I gotta go
Say
upstairs.
we were to agree.
I'm listening though.
Say we were to agree. What would it look like to spread Asawaga's message?
You will know when we tell you.
Paul, this is Paul thinking, not Smiley. This is a rough situation we're in here. We don't even know what we're agreeing to.
You're dealing with ancient, probably fairly malevolent entities who, from what you can tell, if it were to come to a fight, it wouldn't necessarily go well.
Baker says, yeah, sure, I'll spread Aswadago's will, but we're going to need Thomas and Evelyn too. He's lying. He lies to everybody else he's ever met. Why not lie to these things? He is a pathological liar, though, if that makes any difference. Like, he's saying whatever he needs to get the situation across. I don't know if they can detect that.
You may have them.
Are we at the point where we're all hearing each other through our minds?
Yep, you're all mind melded.
All right.
Smiley instinctively, without being able to control it, thinks, Baker, really? Are we sure about this? He can't control the thought because he was surprised that Baker agreed.
Baker says, do you want these things reproducing any more than they already have? And he looks around kind of at the thousands of moon children, around in the calm of the storm.
Smiley says, sorry, that was intrusive thought. Didn't mean to send that one.
Santorini says he wants to see Thomas and Evelyn and make sure they're still semi-human.
Okay. So, as you think that, I don't remember if you guys, hold on one second. Let me see if I can pull up that picture again. Several moon children come up on the sides of the rock formation with two children who you assume to be Thomas and Evelyn. They are both in the same sort of state that McGill was in when he was found. Just kind of out of it, they don't look malnourished or otherwise physically harmed. But they do look dazed.
Thinks, well, if Brandon McGill is like the chosen one for you, how come you haven't turned these two?
Do you accept our offer?
I repeat the question. Is there something special about these two?
He repeats it back to you with a much more aggressive tone this time. It seems like you're starting to piss them off.
I don't know what to do.
It's so tough when we don't know what we're signing up for,
I mean, Baker had already agreed. He had assumed that even just him saying it might be sufficient. He had already agreed to spread the word of Aswadaga. I don't know if they're wanting everybody to sign up.
If Is there a way to look at the...
Isn't that how I worded it? Whenever Smiley was worried about what he said, whenever he was lying to them. I mean, he was in his mind, he was lying. I don't know how this plays into the scenario, but he was saying, you know, like he has in every other interaction in the story so far, whatever he needs to move forward with.
Yeah.
The outcome he's trying to affect.
Sure.
While he's thinking to himself, what the hell are we going to do with these kids?
Right.
Yeah, Baker's such a good liar that he like lies to himself so that his thoughts are even convincing.
Oh yeah,
it's a mess that was so like intertwined there that even I didn't catch it. It wants the agreement. They want the agreement from everybody involved. That's where we're at. We know Baker's on board.
I guess
I am just searching through Smiley's soul internally in my head of if he would do this or not.
Well,
and Baker pushes the kid to, doesn't push him, but he kind of holding the coat over his head, like an appeal to Smiley, seeing him struggling, gestures as if he should be the one to give him up if he's not going to.
Wow, Baker knows how to push the right buttons. And he
says
to Smiley,
that's good.
That's very good. Smiley, seeing that, says, I agree, or thinks I agree.
Yeah, and Santorini agrees.
It is done.
He thinks to himself that these, you know, no one's, as far as he knows, these things really haven't caused too much trouble. He's never heard of them before. Maybe we just give him the kid and things will just go back to being
so
normal.
What are you doing here? Are you going with it, or are you gonna?
Yes.
You're going with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you hear in your head,
"It is done."
The strangers fade out of the hill. All of a sudden, the rain stops completely, and the skies clear up. You have Thomas and Evelyn with you. No explanations whatsoever. Just these two additional kids. Each one of you now can feel in your mind a presence, like an alien presence. Something that is distinctly not you in your own brain. It's not doing anything. Like you can't, it's not talking, it's not communicating in any sort of way, but you can feel it there.
Oh, I hate that.
And that's where we're going to leave it for the night.
Oh, I love it.
Man.
I didn't know which way you guys, I didn't want to kill everybody right now because that's what would have happened. And yeah, congratulations. Now you are pledged to a dark god.
Hell yeah.
Dude, Baker is just like scooping up all the crazy eldritch horrors in his toolbox. Like he's going to have so many different things.
Baker's brain's going to snap one day and it's going to be a fucking nuclear meltdown.
It could be bad.
Yeah.
It could be bad. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't pull out the IOPA for IOPA versus Bigfoot. What? Could you imagine?
So
I was waiting for it.
I was waiting for it and that's going in the back pocket. Never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind.
understandable. Yeah,
Never mind. That's going in the back pocket.
Definitely
That is-
unpredictable.
Yes, especially because I just made everything up on the fly. I'm sure you can tell.
Baker's going to turn into one of those, like, I don't know if you guys have played Bloodborne, but there's like these characters that get so much knowledge and insight that they just become a bunch of eyeballs. He's going to like just sprout an eyeball head out of nowhere.
I leveled up.
Baker is like 2 days away from being like a high magus of just dark god shit, which is
all right.
Awesome.
Hell
yeah,
that would be
awesome.
pretty cool. Is like all of our campaigns, Baker turns out to be the final boss. That'd be nuts.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was awesome. Great job, Bob. That was super fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Once again, I worried about the pacing and giving you guys, like, it's hard to follow my own narrative in my head, as I'm sure you can tell. But I just hope everybody had fun. So coming up, you know, it isn't midnight where you guys are at. it's going to be, you better start thinking about how things are going to get covered up.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Because I know y'all love the cover up.
Yeah, I think we need to do a little research on Thomas and Evelyn and see what their deal is.
Hint, they've been gone since 1847.
Come on.
Don't say that yet. Let's research that for next time.
Jeez.
It was in one of the articles that I think I gave you guys up front.
Oh, was it?
Okay.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay.
Oh,
If
that
not,
rings a
oops.
bell. I do have a note.
I thought we heard about Thomas and Evelyn from Brandon in the infirmary or the supply closet / infirmary.
Yeah,
at the radio station.
that's what
But
I
it's okay.
remember
I'm not. Yeah, that is interesting as hell though that they are from that old. Are they wearing
Yes.
like period accurate clothes still?
No. So they've been just like McGill. They were found basically, naked.
They're in
wandering
futuristic
around the
clothes,
woods.
like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. They have
It's just like tinfoil with the Wesley Snipes sunglasses. Yep.
That's great.
Station. All right.
Yeah. So, Paul, to answer your question, OSSWODAGGAH, Oswaldaga.
Lady Gaga. Got it.
So yeah, all that just happened, and I have no idea what the hell's going on. Probably like most of the other agents. So we look forward to next session.
And the
with you
handler.
guys too. Check us out on Patreon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Rate and subscribe. Give us a like. It all helps. And don't forget to keep your sanity in check. See you guys later.